Hello, welcome aboard DerTebbers flight from Glasgow to probably Glasgow, because we're pretty lazy here. And also we have no money, and this plane is weird. Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. Welcome aboard, welcome to Glasgow, Scotland, right? Yes, I believe it's in Scotland. I don't know. I'm not from here. No, I know it's in Scotland, actually. Welcome to Glasgow, Scotland. Welcome aboard our Armstrong, Whitworth, A.W.27 Ensign. It's got a flag on top. I bet you can make the flag go away. Boop. Oh yeah, release the brakes, flag goes away. See, do we have? We do have flaps. This plane looks large. Let's give it more flap, less flap, some flap. Alright, let's power up our four Wright GR1820 G102A geared radial engines, 1,100 horsepower each. And into the sky as we go. Look at how slow those landing gears come back. Very period accurate there. Very nice. Probably by the time we finish our discussion here, oops, the other way, idiot. Well, the gears might be in. The Armstrong Whitworth Ensign was a four-engine airliner built during the 1930s for Imperial Airways. Could seat 40 passengers and was designed for European and Asian routes, connecting Britain with further seaplane flights to Australia and South Africa. In the Second World War, they were used for transport duties to and from the area of the Middle East. After the war, they were withdrawn for service, but with no buyers forthcoming, scrapped. Armstrong Whitworth aircraft started on the Ensign in 1934 after receiving specs from the Imperial Airways for a monoplane airliner with four Siddeley Tiger engines. Government policy was to send all first-class mail by air, and Imperial Airways was increasing their fleet. First aircraft was ordered in September of 1934 for a cost of £27,000, or today that would be £1.7 million. For design, now it's just a design now, £1.7 million just for design, and £43,300 or £2.7 million for manufacture, with delivery scheduled for 1936. Now the high wing cantilever monoplane had a light alloy construction and an oval semi-monocoque fuselage with a conventional tailplane. The wings aft of the single box spar were fabric covered, as was the tailplane. So you can kind of see how there's like a slight change in coloration on this plane. After that, that's all fabric. The main landing gear was hydraulically operated and retracted slowly into those engine nacelles. The cockpit had side-by-side seating for the two pilots with dual controls, and they also had accommodations for a radio operator. The fuselage was divided into separate cabins. Either 4 cabins with accommodation for 40 passengers, or 3 cabins with room for 27 by day, or 20 at night with sleeping accommodations. Imperial Airways named the prototype Ensign, and as such the Ensign class was applied to the whole fleet. The aircraft were fitted out for either Empire routes, 8 aircraft, or European routes, 4 aircraft. Now the Empire routes carried the 27 passengers in 3 cabins, or 20 sleeping. The European routes were the 40 passengers, with the 3 across three cabins and four-person coupe aft of the third cabin. The only difference in crew was a flight clerk replacing one of the two stewards on the European route. 11 aircraft were in service at the outbreak of the Second World War. Their first duties following the German invasion of the Low Country was ferrying supplies to France. This was followed by evacuation before France capitulated in June. Despite operating away from their maintenance base for weeks at a time, the Ensign managed 100% availability and impressed with their short takeoff run even when fully loaded. And I just want to impress upon you, 100% availability for an aircraft of this era operating away from her maintenance base is impressive. That is an impressive number. Today, that would be an impressive number. Heck, our F-22 fighters in the United States can't do that. Imagine. After the end of the war, due in part to their performance and the problematic maintenance of the fabric surface, it was decided to remove them from service and return them to the UK. You might say, wait a minute, you just said their maintenance was great. Yes, but over long term, you're dealing with issues with fabric covered skin. So you're going to want to, you're going to have problems with that. So you got to kind of deal with it. And over time, it made more sense. When you think about after the war, stuff like the Lockheed Connie was coming out. This plane was outclassed by the Connie by a massive margin. Crew, 5, captain, first officer, radio operator, and 2 cabin stewards. Capacity we already talked about. Useful load, 12,000 pounds, or 5,450 kilograms. Maximum speed was 210 miles per hour, or 330 kilometers an hour at 6,700 feet. That's 2,000 meters. Range 1,370 miles, that's 2,200 kilometers at 173 miles an hour and 5,000 feet. You can do the conversions for that if you want. Not a bad looking aircraft. We're going to try to get it on the ground, then we'll check out our gauges. I know, massive bank angle. Consider it a military transport at this point. We're making a threat approach into Glasgow. That's what I'm going with. It's a threat approach. We had to go around the edge because there's like, I don't know, anti-aircraft fire or something over there. Be quiet. I'm just making this up. Alright, let's see if we can get this plane on the ground. I actually wouldn't mind landing off runway with this plane. I think it would be just peachy with that. I don't, however, want to take the wingtips into the ground. You gonna be on the ground yet? Oh, we're gonna get ground effects. That's great. There we go. Lock them brakes. Stop the plane. Oh, she up or down? She wants to go up still. There we go. There, we got some settle going. Woo, yeah. There, 80. 70. There at 70. Okay, we're good. We're good. We'll shut off the engines as we coast to a stop here. Stop. Open her up. Put on the parking brake. We get our little flag. Alright, let's check our gauges. Shift 1. There's a nice... We can flip our nav lights and everything. Can we flip them here? Ah, we can. Good. That's important to me to be able to click them in the VC like that. There's our throttle. GPS. Standard old class radio set. Overhead panel with our generators and our battery. Flicky flicky. Fuel. And that would be it. Now that is not a bad looking aircraft. The Armstrong Whitworth A.W.27 Ensign. Nice. Nice looking aircraft. I mean, when you think about it, it's 1930s, 27 passengers in a 3-cabin seating arrangement or sleeping arrangement. That's pretty nice airplane. Pretty nice airplane. Definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a classic prop liner from the 30s. Nice. Until next time, I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator X Plane Spotlight, the Armstrong Whitworth A.W.27 Ensign. Until next time, remember, when flying with Heavy Bear Air, you're encouraged to bring your own parachute.